Hey, welcome to another Topic Tuesday. This is Dr. Mike McCall, Source Health Center. Today I want to talk about sleep. I think we talked about it a couple months ago, didn't we, Jess? Okay. So we wanted to talk another aspect of sleep. And you know what? I've never had a sleeping problem in my life till last year. I'm having difficulty falling asleep. I used to just put my head on a pillow and be out. And then there's also the one that I break up sleep is I can fall asleep easily. However, when I wake up and have difficulty sleeping or I wake up really early, I kind of rather talk about those two things because that's the way I break it up. Now, I have a lot of friends that use the CPAP machines. They feel great on that. Another option is if you don't want to do that, if it's a snoring thing, is a lot of dentists around the country now put in bites that can keep your jaw from sliding back, and that way you can just use that. A lot of people get relief of that without needing to use the CPAP. It's just a choice you can use. Also, there's this amazing doctor in Oregon called Dr. Singh, and he was a professor, I believe, at Oxford Orthodontal Clinic, and he figured out a way to get rid of that based on stimulating the body's growth of the bone. Because if you look at the work of Weston A. Price from the early 1900s, he showed picture after picture of people that had civilizations in the world that had perfectly aligned teeth, and really, so it meant their skull had fully grown, and showed that after a while, when their tribes were eating or their people were eating processed foods, their children came out with needing braces. And so he has a device that I've heard and seen a few accounts where you just put it in the roof of your mouth and it stimulates the growth without mechanical. That a lot of times can help that problem too, and that's one that I highly recommend you look. It's called the DNA appliance, so if you get a chance, look at that. So what does that have to do with a chiropractor and sleep? Well, one of those is difficulty falling asleep. Well, for me, it's because I have way too much on my mind. And yes, last night, I before I went to bed, I got on the floor and I started doing whatever yoga I can remember and breathing and just going, God, there's so much tension in my body. And just before sleep, it took me like 10 minutes. And I laid on the floor and I tried to relax, and then thoughts would come, and I go, oh, yeah, I've been thinking about that. But yes, last night I fell asleep. A difficulty falling asleep can also be a certain fraction of the B vitamin deficiency. Standard Process puts out a Cataplex G, which is a B vitamin, which is mostly B3, niacinamide, which won't give you the flush, but from natural sources, so it's not as strong. That works really well for getting people to get to sleep. Inability to sleep through the night and waking up, even if you have to urinate, a lot of times that could be the beginnings of a blood sugar problem. And one of the things your body does is wake you up because the brain is dropping in blood sugar. So one of the ways to figure that out is have some juice that isn't no more sugar added, just like freshly pressed juice, just a little bit, and drink it. If that makes you fall asleep easier, then you're running into a blood sugar problem, which is, we talk about that in other sessions, how to fix that's easy to do. When I say a blood problem is, you probably won't be diagnosed with hypo or hypoglycemia, hyper, or diabetes, but you're kind of heading in that direction. And then also waking up early, once again, could be blood sugar as well. So if you look at our website, it has how to eat or eating well, and that particular diet that's on there, I know will help your blood sugar regulate. But of course, you got to talk to your doctor about that and see if that worked for you. So sleep. It's a symptom. Remember we talked about that? Body's trying to get your attention. What do I have to, well, you know what I had to do? I had to get on the floor and kind of roll around a little bit with my puppies, and that seemed to help me very much. But I'm also looking at my blood sugar and these types of things because the body is the master doctor. And why would you not want to listen to the master doctor? It ain't me. I'll give that up to the body any day of the week. We'll see you next Tuesday.